Again, everyone. I found this little bit of vellum today. I had printed it with a download from Pingwing. I call it Pingwing, PNG, WING. I don't know what it's supposed to be. It's just kind of a splat of watercolour, I think, really. So I've got a couple of gerberas from, I think they're gerberas, from Gummiapan. And I thought I would combine those with this and a Slatted Heart. But rather than cut it out with the accompanying dies and the stitching embossing die, I thought I would cut it from a square. So I've got a piece of scrap here. I'm going to cut out the heart from this square, from the panel, with a square surround. So let's just have a look at this. And this is going to be the middle of my card. I was actually wondering whether that would kind of do for a ruby wedding. I'm not absolutely sure it's red enough, really, but it's more rusty. Well, you wouldn't believe what's just been happening. I was merrily talking away, telling you I heard a funny noise in my hearing aids. And I mentioned that I thought it was when I put the glasses on the top of my head, or even when I put glasses on, the arm of the glasses touches my hearing aid, and there's a button at the top which does all sorts of things. I think you can answer the phone call, Mr. Siri, you know, cut the grass, do the shopping, I don't know. Anyway, long story short, what it actually did was turn my phone off from recording. So I was merrily chatting away, telling you what I was doing, and I'd done about a minute of the video when it stopped. So I'm going to have to explain now what I've been doing. What I was saying was, you don't have to use the surrounds for the slatted dies that come with them. You can put a heart into a square. You can put it into a circle. You can put a circle into a square. You can put a square, all sorts. You don't have to, you can mix them up a little bit. So I've got the heart die in a square. I used a larger square and used the stitching die with it to put a second mount on my piece of card. Now these gerberas from Gummiapan, I cut 2 sets of the flowers at the top and I chopped them up. And so this one has got a double layer in the centre. One is slightly darker than the other, so I put the dark centre into the lighter of the 2 cuts. And this one, I put the dark bit of the flower on the front. But it looked a bit much. So what I did, I cut the whole thing up of the lighter one, put the dark bit on, the lighter top, and then put the lighter bit of that on top of this one, just to tone it down a little bit. Clear as mud, I imagine. And I've also put some shimmer pen over the top. Gracious me. And as you can see, I've put the remainder of that piece of vellum behind the heart. So all I want to do really is to put these onto here somehow. Maybe just like that. That's kind of nice, isn't it? And I thought we'd have a little sentiment. I was going to go and look for a sentiment. I said I'll be back. Went up to turn off my phone, which wasn't actually recording. Oh, Lord. So all I do actually need now to find a set. I'm going to stick these on because I like them where they are. I'll stick that one like that and then put a little bit of foam tape behind this one just to give it that bit of dimension. So let's just do this one. See if I can remember where I put them a moment ago, because I did like that. The thing to do in the ordinary way, if I wasn't recording, would be to take a picture. Once you get your elements placed and you like the look of it, take a picture of it, and then you can look back at it to see where everything was. So I did actually lift that bit up as well. I cut through those. They were just slightly joined, but not quite. I could put a tiny bit of foam tape in there, perhaps. I just got a little, there we go. Now this one, put a bit of foam tape at the back of it, just to lift those back petals for a bit of dimension. Just the back bit here. Oh dear, yeah, I heard a funny noise in my hearing aid and I thought, what's that going on? And I was merrily chatting away what I thought was going on, you know, what happened with my hearing aid. Because I can answer the phone by touching my hearing aids. Can you believe that? So the fact that it's joined to my phone means that it's got some control over it, which is a bit scary. Okay, let's try and get this one on. Whoops. It was kind of... not quite there. There. Okay. Just wonder if to put a little bit of something under there. I might do just a tiny sliver of foam tape, just a little smidge. So I'll take the little backing off. There we go. I'll just pop that under there. There we go. It'll just keep it up. There we go. So this is going to go onto my card front flat, straight, because I've got foam tape under that one. So now I think I would like just a little sentiment. So I will go now and look for a sentiment and I'll be back. Oh, gracious, the trials and tribulations of a card maker. Through my dies to see if I had anything small enough to fit this tiny little bit that I'd actually already thrown in the bin once, but I've just rescued it. So I'm just wondering if I can get this out of that. There's a cut through there, which would mean that I would have to do a bit of first aid to put it back together. But I think I might try because, you know, it's kind of nice, isn't it, this piece. I suppose I could always go back and download another, you know, print another whole page, but let's just see how we go. I've cut the backdrop for it because it's going to fall apart when I when I try to lift it up. Let's get it over here. Let's see. Right. Crikey, it's very fragile. There's a slice right down the T there. So let's just see if we can... See this bit there, it's in 2 bits. Let's see if we can manage and nobody will know. Oh, crikey. Just a little dots will do. Don't want to put too much on it, it's just so fragile. Up this end. There we go. Now I've got to try and get these little bits together for this end here. I think it's in 2 pieces. Oh, it might be just one. Just one. We're in luck. Look at that. Okay. This needs a little bit of glue on the very tip. Okay. Okay, this bit. nobody would know, would they? Nobody would know. It's had a little bit of first aid. There we go. Thanks. I don't know the make of this one, don't remember. Oh, that's nice, isn't it? Look. I'm really pleased with that. That's lovely. Not much left. So let's just put this, let's put this on first. And then we'll stick the panel onto the card and we'll be done. Excellent. They're such subtle colours, aren't they? I think the choice of the grey green for the stems was good. Being very modest today, aren't I? Oh goodness me! Right, let's just pop this on. Actually, I'll use my tape runner. That's what I usually do for sticking things onto card bases. There we go. Really quick. Opening the right way. Just clean. Always have a check before I stick things down because the back might be a better option. So there we go. I'm pleased with that. It's you know what it's like, don't you? Sometimes you do stuff and you think, I did one yesterday. I did actually do a video, but I haven't even started to edit it because, I wasn't that thrilled with it at the end. So if I'm not thrilled, you're not going to be thrilled. So, why bother watching? So I just think it's worthwhile taking your time. But as I say, you know if you like it. And I like this one, so I hope you like it too. And maybe you've got an idea or two. Downloads, printing onto vellum, squares and circles, hearts and squares, mixing up. So have a lovely day, everyone. Come back and see me soon.